30 seconds, everybody, 30 seconds.
Quiet on set. Stand by. Going live in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Curtis Brawley, and tonight I come to you on the inaugural observance of International Day of Living Together in Peace, adopted by the United Nations. Living together in peace. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? This day, along with the increased hate and violence we've seen across the world in recent years, and just as recent as the last few days, really got me to thinking. Thinking about where we've been, where we are, and certainly where we're going. Here we are, midway to the year 2020. Also a number known for eyesight and a reference to hindsight. But tonight, I'd like to take you to a moment of insight. I've been asking myself two questions. What does the world need, and how can I help? Both are lofty questions. Both require great introspection. If I were to survey 100 people, I am sure I would yield 100 different answers to what the world needs. More compassion, more love, more daylight, more money, more laughter, more sex, more hours in a day. The answers would range from the spiritual to the emotional, and no doubt to the absurd. So on this day of such importance, I can only speak from my own presence of mind. I can only speak on how I see the world. And I can only speak from the experiences of my own life. When I was just a young boy, I dreamt of growing up and making an impact in the world. Back then, it was to perform on the biggest of stages for people like you. I dreamt of all the different ways I could help not only my own family, but friends and others in the world who were struggling. If I could just obtain the success and fame that I desired. I imagined I could be on a stage surrounded by thousands of people under those bright stage lights, and I would say or sing something that would touch the hearts of everyone watching, and who knows, maybe even save someone's life. As I've grown older and experienced the realities of the entertainment business, I realized just how difficult it is to turn passion into reality. Maybe it was those old tapes looping loudly in my head, for I had been bullied for so long and was told I'd never amount to anything. I was told I was a loser who didn't deserve to be successful, that I didn't even deserve to be loved. The bullying I experienced as a kid, it crippled me from believing I could accomplish anything. Now, I've since overcome those negative attacks, yet the scars, they still linger. Maybe the same has happened to you. But scars are signs that the wounds have healed. And realizing this, I have turned all that negativity into a fuel that has ignited my internal flame, my passion, into a towering inferno called my dream life. The bullies, they didn't win. And I found peace within myself. And so, here I am, having expanded my vision on this hopeful day, urging us to live together in peace, asking, what does the world need, and how can I help? Life has left none of us unscathed. The slings and arrows of this world have pierced us all and in many different ways. We are all a product of our own life experiences that shadows what we feel the world needs. To someone who has lost a child due to an illness, they probably feel the world needs more medical cures. To someone who has been abandoned by their family, the world would need more compassion. To someone on the verge of suicide, the world would need more love and peace and less expectation. We are all in selfish silos and appealing to the world to have more of what we need individually, if not selfishly. These in and of themselves are not wrong. They're just not big enough or broad enough to squelch the ringing needs of this world. And to these needs, I ask myself, how am I to help? I would think the question should truly be, who am I to help? I'm just one person on a spinning sphere of billions more spinning alongside me. Now, I cannot speak for the billions, but then again, maybe this is how the world works, how change works. Maybe it's one person with a lofty thought, an enhanced worldview, or even a messianic message that lifts the veil of all the goings on in the world to reveal a truth. What does the world need, and how can I help? Were these questions at the genesis of those who've gone before us, leaving us with their impactful legacies, like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and Dr. Martin Luther King asked themselves? Did those questions haunt them throughout their lives? Or did they just one day wake up as these questions floated across their mind like a drift of smoke from a burning candle? I may not be a Gandhi, but these questions have now imparted themselves on my brain and in my heart. What does the world need, and how can I help? I look back on my life experiences, and my answers range from the world needs more tolerance and less bullying. The world needs more understanding with less explaining. The world needs more compassion and less shaming. The world needs more love and less hating. So how can I help? I've turned my world around and upside down looking for the answer. I knew to help meant I would have to place myself on a platform where I could share my message. I knew to help meant I would have to broaden my worldview from a place that is meant for me to do so. I also knew to help meant I would have to recreate the me that inside I knew was the person for me to become. Einstein said, "We cannot solve a problem at the same level it was created." So I had to contemplate more, grow more, and become more in order for me to help. So here I am, a new platform, an enhanced worldview, and the real me, the me I was meant to be. I'm beginning this journey with a song called One Day. It's a song that brings out the best in me, and I hope the best in you, and possibly the best in the world. One Day is serving as the launch song into my new journey. But it's more than just a song. It is my credo, for this is who I am and what I stand for. A credo for living together in peace and to personally strive for what the world needs and how I can help. I sat quietly and I asked myself, what are the things that I hope for that would positively change the world? I initially thought it may be tough to come up with a list, but before I knew it, I had a whole page full of wishes. One day, my hope is for a world to be filled with love and compassion. That one day, equality for one is equality for all, and equality for all becomes the norm. That one day, people find their meaning in their happiness, and not in their sadness. That one day, racism will only be found in the history books and in dictionaries, and not on the local news or in our society. That one day, all religions can share love and respect among one another. For love and respect are the very tenets that many were founded on. That one day, the world will learn that a hug works much better than a slug, and that violence solves nothing. That one day, bullying will fall away the more we discuss inclusion and compassion in our schools and in our homes. That one day, each person can believe without doubt that we live in a world where dreams do come true, and that everyone has what it takes to make those dreams a reality. That one day, abuse and neglect of children, or of any human for that matter, would be found to be archaic, and that all people are respected enough to do no harm. That one day, everyone can be with their true love, their soulmate, so that they may live their days with support, care, and kindness. That one day, anyone of any persuasion can demonstrate love and affection to the partner of their choice without judgment or condemnation. That one day, everyone, everywhere, would feel worthy of love from themselves and from others. That all people would feel comfortable and confident in their own skin despite the color or appearance. That one day, people will realize the high-octane power of their passion, and to let that drive their dreams, and not be on the basis of money in the bank or money to borrow. That one day, we will find that love truly does heal all things, even the things that hate has incited. Lennon sang, "You may think I'm a dreamer, and perhaps my one-day credo is but a dream." For now, though, what does the world need? The world needs understanding, compassion, tolerance, respect, inclusion, acceptance, and just a word, love. The world needs love. And how can I help? Through my message as I live it and as I perform it. Tonight, I invite you to join me on this journey, and perhaps one day, together, we will create a world that shines brighter than the sun. Thanks so much for hearing me out tonight. Be good to yourself and be good to others. And perhaps one day we can live together in peace.